Hey everybody, welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics Presents. This is the artist Andrew speaking, and this is the Hero Hour. Now we're running a little late this evening. It's about it's about 8:15. Usually we start around 7:30 and wrap up about 8:30. But tonight I had some unclely duties to perform, in which I needed to go out and speak to my 10-year-old nephew and just have some man-to-man type of words. And his mother called me. She was having some issues with him, and being that he's the only guy in a house filled with women, he started lashing out and being a little shit. And it was time for somebody like myself and Michael to step in and just remind him that there's somebody around who will punch back, But all right, I've invited a couple of people. We'll see if anybody has time to show up. But hold on a second. All right. Of course, we're going to have to do a drawing tonight because I need to try to maintain my sketch a day in my sketchbook. I am behind one day. So sometime, hopefully between now and the end of the week, I will catch up and do 2 videos. But for right now, I need to at least do 1 a day. And to be honest with you guys, I like drawing on the live streams. I end up putting more effort into a live stream drawing. Avery actually pointed out that some of my sketches recently in my sketchbook have been very, needless to say, I didn't put any heart into them, and I knew it, and I understand that, and I could see it. So I'm actually considering maybe even live streaming, maybe once a day, in order to do these sketches. But I haven't committed myself to that just yet. Right now, I'm committed to 3 live streams per week and 7 sketches in my sketchbook per week. But you never know; that may change. So let me start my little video over here. I know I've mentioned this before. Most people are aware of this, but what I do is I also record this using, what is it I use? QuickTime. I will use my QuickTime player to record the video as I'm live streaming it, and then I speed up that video and make it available later. So if you ever miss a live stream and you don't want to sit through a whole hour of me chit-chatting and talking, you can just watch the drawing video. So a lot of good sketches in here so far. See, like this is one of the ones where it's obvious I didn't put a lot of effort into it. I do like this one. I like this one a lot. I definitely need to go back to this one. And there's a sketch. And this was my squirrel from last night. So, all right, here we go. And just one second. I just got to notice. I want to see what's going on. All right. Just got to send a message to somebody real quick. All right, back to drawing. What am I going to draw tonight? I have no idea. I didn't think about it ahead of time. Like I said, I got kind of sidetracked today. When your sister-in-law calls you and says, "Hey, any chance you can drive out to?" She lives like 30, 40 minutes away from here, and I said, "Sure, I'll come out and talk to the kid." Ugh. Squirrel. That's what I'm looking up right now. All right, so yesterday I did a drawing of a squirrel, and I had the intention of making it into something, and it didn't come out exactly the way I wanted to, so I may take another shot at it this evening since, it's just us. Just sitting here, having a good time. But, all right, let's see here. I don't know. For some reason, I always imagine these characters jumping out at you. I don't know why. It's the best way to... I imagine these creatures as animals jump out on people all the time. squirrels, they really don't have they don't have necks. They kind of do. They don't have shoulders and so forth. But yeah. They do have tend to have big bellies. Of course, they have I'm going to give them humanish figure. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Damn it! I know the words there. I just can't figure out how to say it. They have small snouts, much smaller than the one I drew last night. I have an idea for a character that'll be part of Hero Book 3, but I'm not sure exactly where he's going to fit in the story just yet. But that's okay. Sometimes just coming up with the ideas what starts it. That's kind of like what I liked about drawing in the corner, which, by the way, is Friday. If anybody's interested in coming by and checking that out, it's my drawn and quartered style live stream, in which hopefully we'll have more artists this time. But I'll send out an invite to more people. We'll see what happens. And the idea is to create something new. And Avery knocked it out of the park. He just did a fantastic job with his sketch. And what was so funny is, as we were talking through the whole thing, he was mentioning how what he designed is a character he could use in one of the stories we're talking about working on. So, that's the whole idea. Create something you can actually use, Yeah, big cheeks, big eyes, but they have little itty bitty teeth. Squirrels do, that is. These things. My original thought was with the sketch yesterday was to make it an evil squirrel, and this definitely looks like an evil squirrel. Everybody's got to have the furry cheeks and so forth. The drooping arms. Draw the legs out a little bit more. The toes sticking out. And of course, the big old tail. Actually, I think that tail's a lot bigger than a squirrel's tail might actually be. But you know what? I like to show as much as possible here. All right, there we go. All right. Now, I may want to add some, I definitely want to change this part right here. All right, here's our squirrel. Looks pretty menacing, doesn't he? Actually, I'll bring his fingers down a little bit. There we go. Now I'm going to get out the pen. Oh, somebody had asked me. Somebody left a comment earlier today on one of my drawing videos and asked me to list the pens I use. So I'll do that in this one as well. But when I use pencils, it's usually just a simple 0.7 or 0.9. I prefer 0.9, to be honest with you. This is actually a 0.5, which is, in my mind, way too thin for how hard I hold the pencil, I should say. But I don't use anything special when it comes to pencils. I stick to, whatever cheap pencils is on sale at Walmart or Target or wherever I'm at. And pencils is not something that I spend a lot of time or effort on. So that's usually a pretty cheap thing. When it comes to the pens, there's 3 pens I use regularly. There's the Uni-ball Vision Fine tip, which is a 0.7, and a Precision Rollerball 0.5 extra fine. And those are pretty much, that's it. Those 2 pens, and then of course the brush pen, which I'm still playing around with and I'm still learning. I like sketching with the brush pen because sometimes you get some really cool effects with it. But I don't know, I'm not proficient enough with it yet to do, actual drawing illustrations with it. But I'm hoping to get there someday soon. So we'll see. Practice makes perfect. But let's see. A little bit of little whisker-esque details in here. And you can see I already screwed that up. I took this side this way, and then this side I went the other way. I should have changed my pen, but that's all right. All right. So I wonder how everybody's doing tonight. It's kind of quiet out there, which is okay. Trust me, ask Avery. He'll tell you I can talk enough for multiple people. So, plus I never get tired of my own voice, which is not true. I can definitely get tired of hearing my own voice, but see, sometimes I can get that line to work just the way I want, and then other times I can't.
My brother.
What's up, man?
Not much. Sorry about that. I totally pulled down my PC in my office and rearranged everything.
Oh, yeah?
Literally got it. Yeah, I'm getting ready for that new PC.
Ah, very nice. Very nice.
So I put this back together soon enough. I thought I would be done by 7:30, but it wasn't.
That's all right. I was running late anyway because I had to go help out my sister-in-law.
What was you doing?
She's got a 10-year-old who's becoming a real pain in the ass, and he's a 10-year-old boy in a house full of women, and he's
yes.
Just being a pain in the ass, and needed a little reminder of who's the boss, and as well as some reaffirmation. She loves to do stuff with the kids. She has 2 older daughters, and she loves to whenever they have like spring break or something like that, she likes to do stuff with them. And she's got something really, really special in mind for spring break, which is in April. And I told her, I says, listen, if he's going to continue to misbehave and be a pain in the ass, he doesn't have to go on the trip. He can stay home, and he can stay with us. And
now you said he's 10 years old?
Yeah.
And it's a house full of women, and what kind of trouble?
Well, just talking back to his mother, you know, stuff that
What kind of grades does the kid get?
I asked him that today. He says A's, B's, and C's.
So he's a smart kid.
Yeah, he's a smart kid, but
God,
it's gonna get him.
He's doomed. He's in a house full of women, no men.
He is. Yeah.
Oh wow. And for the most part, when he goes off with the adults or goes off with you, is he well behaved?
No.
So what are we looking at? What kind of behavior?
Well, yelling. He put a hole in a wall in his closet, and I asked him about that, and he was just mad at his mom. And I'm like, he needs an activity. He needs something.
How much video games are in the house?
he currently doesn't have any, but that's
probably one of the reasons he threw a tantrum, right?
Yep. Well, he was telling me tonight he wants to be a YouTube star, playing Fortnite on YouTube, and I'm like, are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
But that's what he wants to be. So I did a quick live stream from his place, and he showed me some of his dancing moves, which, I don't know anything about all that, but
right.
I'm actually looking forward to having him come and stay with us for a week, because I told him, I said, you do realize the house is old and we don't have a dishwasher. We need a kid around here.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping he gets it, but I have high hopes.
So he's thirsting for both types of dad time, both discipline and hype. The good part of being a dad.
Yes. Well, he used to, when he was much younger, when he was still in diapers. We used to do a thing. Me and Mike used to do a thing with him. It was like Guy Thursday. We would go and pick him up, and he'd hang out with us and all that, and we usually had a good time. But that was, it was one of these things where they lived like right across the street from us at that point in time. Now they live all the way out in Callahan, which is, it's like me compared to you, but just the other direction. See, I say that
you're probably only about 15 minutes from me. Callahan's a good distance.
Yeah. Well, it's about a good 30 to 45 minutes to get out there. But that's where they ended up settling, and I just.
You have a lot of competition tonight. Chester's on. John Dillard's on. That's probably why you're slow.
No problem. Hey, well, I was saying at the beginning of the stream that I've been kind of laxed on my videos, on my drawing videos that I do when I'm not live streaming, and it's obvious that my quality is not as good. So when I live stream, I end up doing a better quality video or better quality drawing. So I was thinking I may even start live streaming once a day instead, but I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But
that'd be cool. Yeah.
Just to do a drawing, not to do like a whole hour-long show or anything. But
what was I saying? So what'd you think of the ball that the troll of Mike S. Miller?
You mean King Troll?
Yeah.
The Troll King? I thought it was fan-frickin-tastic.
Yeah. What was your reaction when he pulled it out?
I was like, oh my God, that's great.
Yeah.
I actually made a video where I clipped the part where he was burning it, the whole thing. And then I clipped from Ethan's show where he revealed it. And that was just the greatest.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny how Ethan did a stream in which he was talking about, Scott Kurtz saying, you're so bad and you should just burn it. And then later on said, I can't believe you burned it. And Mike Miller was like, that's exactly what you told me I should do.
Yeah.
Yo, Avery, what's up, man?
There he is.
Sorry I'm running late. Had family.
I just woke up.
Oh, okay.
Did you send Cross the link?
Oh, no, I didn't. I can. I don't know if he's up for it or not, but I can.
Yeah, he said he would if he didn't, he had to go earlier, so I don't know if he came back or what. But yeah, man, I pulled everything apart and was in a race to put it back together. So it's kind of good that you went on late.
Oh, okay. Well, very good. What is this? I want to get just him, not a whole crap load of other people. Oh, here we go. I'll send him the link.
Well, that is a way. I mean, start getting to know these guys and send them links. I just was thinking about telling you about that. I noticed that that's what Cross does. He sends it to the whole panel of Comicsgate. I'm like, wow. You know, I was bored earlier and came across his, so I clicked on it, and John Dillard was in there, and he's one of my favorite YouTubers. So
yeah.
I was like, oh, cool. So, and turns out that I gave Cross too much of a hard time last time. He's pretty good.
Yes, you did. You were rather mean.
Well, but there was reasons, and he still deserved it, and he admits it. But he's all clear now.
Okay.
He had set up multiple accounts and trolled Manny with like, and that's what was going on with that. But all is good now. All is better.
Okay. Well. Oh.
If I wasn't so lazy, I would set up a troll account for you. I'd troll you.
Oh, that'd be fine. That'd be fine.
We already talked about that. The SJW Spider Ham.
Well, I think you might be surprised. Somebody might have already done that. Oh. So what's everybody got planned for this weekend? Anything good?
Hookers and beer.
Hookers and beer? Okay.
Yeah. Is Avery? Have you heard Avery since he came on?
Yeah. He just said he just woke up. So.
Oh, okay.
We'll give him a few minutes.
I didn't send they're eating dinner, so I'm gonna have to keep trying to hit the mute button.
Yeah, your kids are kind of loud.
That's my wife.
Oh, my wife's not here tonight. I am unsupervised this evening.
Party at Andrew's house.
Yeah. She and her mom went to the gym today. They go to the gym and go swim in the pool and all. And I guess they got a late start and did not get done till late. And when they got done, they were tired. So they went back to my mother-in-law's house. And my wife sent me a message. Says, I'm just going to spend the night. And I'm like, okay, that works for me. That means I have no adult supervision this evening, which means I'm probably going to go to bed early. Because you know what? I'm tired. It was a long day.
I'm not even going to try to draw live. I usually have 2 monitors, and I have only one because I just set up the bare necessities, so I don't want to mess anything up.
No, I hear you. Ooh. I got to show you guys something really cool. I got to show you something that I think is really cool that you guys will think is stupid, which is the appropriate reaction to that statement. Right, Avery? Mm-hmm. You sound really tired.
I just woke up.
Okay.
It's all that hookers and beer.
I don't drink beer hardly.
Okay, well, and the other?
He's not going to tell you about his girlfriend.
The devastating day was when Backpage shut down.
Yeah, hookers are fine. No one misses them.
Avery, you're so bad.
Oh God, I didn't catch that until just now.
Yeah.
So what was you gonna show us?
What, Avery?
No, you. You said
I'll do it when I'm
God! You are my Mike Miller.
Yes, I know. I now realize what you mean by that statement. So,
Andrew S. Miller.
Yes. No. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show it to you after I'm finished with my drawing. That way I can That way I don't have to cut it out of the video later. But I have new movies I want to share with you guys. So.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I can just go look at his voodoo and tell you what they are.
I haven't loaded them on there yet, mother papa.
I need.
It's
permission.
motherfucker.
There went our G rating. Oh no, not the that went out when I brought up hookers. Andrew, I need permission for 10 minutes of political talk.
No.
Come on.
No.
I want to know what my friends think about the State of the Union.
I'll tell you real quick. The clips that I've heard, I haven't heard the whole thing, but the clips I heard were great.
Yeah, it was
enjoyed the hell out
off
of
the chain. But you gotta watch the whole thing. I did not think I was gonna watch. Like Ben Shapiro said, it's probably it's entertaining. The whole damn thing is entertaining. And you watch. I'm a little less hard on it than Ben was. I seen Democrats that didn't want to smile, didn't want to clap. I seen him kind of win them over. Of course, they went back to bitch face as soon as they left that place.
Mm-hmm.
But there was this obvious thing. The Republican side had women mixed in with white men, mixed in with black men, mixed in with Hispanic, so much so that you had to stop and look for them, and they were there, all in droves, right? But what the Democrats did and made them look just shitty, like Ben Shapiro said, they all wore white to do some kind of stand-up thing. They looked like idiots. They looked like segregated idiots. I loved it. And I hope go ahead.
The Democrats have a long history of wearing all white and segregating people.
Well,
nice.
I like who is it? I think it was Steven Crowder that said they were all in straitjackets. So, hey Lorenzo, how's it going, man? We got a late start. We got a late start. Hail Terra. I forgot I'm supposed to say that. Hail Terra.
Yeah, everybody thinks I started that. I had to start telling them, oh, well, I was the second. Andrew gave me the idea.
That's right.
I get beat up on it. They hate me. So I'm gonna be like Team Deathstroke or something.
All right, very good. Well, I actually had a good day at work today. My boss asked me for something, and he said, "No rush on it. Take your time." But the thing he asked me for, I had all the data already pulled and ready to go. So I turned it around 5 minutes later, and he called me up and said, "You're breaking these barriers and going above and beyond expectations. It's kind of one of these days catch up to you." I said, I know. But I told him, I said, I had everything I needed right there in front of me, So it was one of those requests where in your mind you think, all right, I'm going to ask him to pull stuff from all different sources. And it just so happens I had already had all the stuff in front of me. And that's because I'm a genius. I'm saying it now. I'm a genius. It's the truth. Everybody will back me up on that.
It's called autism.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So, guys, I want to see what I got.
Wait, I wanted to mention on something on your drawing.
Oh, okay.
It looks like a squirrel. You know those sucky cup things? It looks like the. Well, I was gonna be mean, and then I was gonna be nice, and I just ruined the whole shit. So just forget about it.
Oh, all right, fine. That's fine. Check out what I got. Hold on a second. Let me hit the scan button real quick. All right. Check out what I got. How to Train Your Dragon 1 and 2 exclusive Best Buy Steelbooks. I absolutely love these movies.
Don't you already have those movies?
I do own them in regular standard Blu-ray, but these are Steelbooks. That's the difference. But actually, only one of them do I have a digital copy.
So what's the difference?
Well, only one of them do I have the digital copy on Vudu. How to Train Your Dragon 2 is on my Vudu, but not How to Train Your Dragon 1.
A Jose Canseco bat? Tell me, you didn't pay money for this.
What? Of course I paid money for it.
He does stuff like this all the time.
My kids would love it. Uncle
Yes.
Andrew.
These are awesome movies. If you guys haven't seen How to Train Your Dragon 1 and 2, they're incredibly amazing movies. I thoroughly enjoyed them. They are ones I can watch 100 times and never get bored of them. And to have them now in steelbook cases is just fantastic. But I tell you what, if the third movie comes out, which it is, and they put it out in a steelbook case and it doesn't match these two steelbook cases, I'm going to be so pissed. Because, you know, when it comes to collecting steelbook cases, there's you want ones that are in the same, you know, sequels and so forth. You want the steelbook cases to match. You don't want them to be different. You want them to be similar, you know, and they better do right by me. And then I got one more. I haven't seen this movie yet, The Grinch. The one with Doctor Strange as the voice of the Grinch.
But you've seen every other incarnation.
I know, but I'm looking forward to it. I actually asked Mike if he saw it in theater because, you know, he works at a theater. I figured he'd at least have seen it. Nope, he hadn't seen it. So I'm looking forward to watching it.
I saw it.
Hey, Rick, how's it going, man?
Any good?
Good. It wasn't too bad. I think the other two were better. Of the original, of course.
Well, the original animated one is a classic, but I absolutely adore the Jim Carrey version.
The Jim Carrey is a neo-classic.
Yes, it's fantastic. It is definitely on my list of Christmas movies to watch at Christmas time. But I'm looking forward to this one. I mean, there were some parts of this in the previews that just made me laugh out loud. So I'm looking forward to it. So, Ed Avery, as soon as I get it loaded on my Vudu, I'll let you know. So you can be the first one to watch it if you want to.
Yeah, I'll be sure to kill myself.
Okay, well. Lorenzo says, the white clothes represented suffragette. I've heard suffragettes were white women, whereas the suffragettists believe in racial equality, but that may have been in the UK. Yes, the suffragettes were all white women. They wanted the right to vote. They didn't want the right to vote for all women. They just wanted the right to vote for them. That is true.
That State of the Union was epic. The more I think about it, the more I'm like, wow, you know.
Well, it'll be around for a while. I'll get around to it eventually.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm hoping, I don't know, I'm hoping it's a turning point where at least a majority of people start going, wait, I just watched this thing. It's nothing what media says. And he just had 2 black people he freed from prison because they were wrongly put in prison. He's got a Hispanic guard on the border. What he said about the border was perfection. Whoever wrote that speech just got it right from beginning to end.
All right. No more talk about it until I get a chance to actually watch it.
I need to do a political stream.
Anybody? Kodiak, start your own political streams, man.
Yeah. Well, I don't know who's interested. I mean, I don't know who would be like. I just want to talk things out because I mean.
Well, you never know until you do it. So I mean.
Kodiak, who's interested? You've got like half a country interested.
This is true. And I like arguments. I like sound arguments. So I don't, you know.
Well, you're never going to find that with SJW liberal Democrats.
Well, I don't know. I was left wing, you know, but.
Well, I'm a Democrat. I'm a registered Democrat. I've mentioned that multiple times.
Yeah.
But be honest with you, the Florida Democrats are embarrassing.
I'm like, Avery's on now. Hey, Avery, what did you think of the unveiling, the mic unveiling?
Not shocked by it.
You didn't you didn't see that coming as a big surprise?
I mentioned it on your stream, and you were both like, "No, he burned the real one."
Well,
no, he put some work and effort in making that look real. I think he even inked over his printout of it.
No, he just scanned it and printed it.
Wow,
he must have a good scanner because it looked.
Yeah, well,
if you scan it with your scanner, dude, and you just print or you adjust it properly, you can do the same thing.
Yeah. Wow.
That was
But
good.
I love EVS's reaction though. It was like, oh, what's that?
Well, what I thought was really good is the fact that none of them knew that was coming, you know?
Yeah.
They were all surprised as well. Or at least they acted really surprised. So.
I honestly don't know if this was his last video, and I can't click off the screen because I don't got my double set up here. But EVS's, I'm gonna say, last or second to last video was epic. It was very good.
Oh yeah, which one was it?
The one where he mentioned one, basically in the middle of it, one of my highlights is, I don't care if you're gay, I don't care if you're black, if you're white, if you're a woman, you're welcome in Comicsgate. And I was like, man, this is a good video. So.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I listened. I saw that one.
Yeah.
I actually got I watch the YouTube videos at work on my cell phone, and I guess I keep putting my cell phone in my pocket, and I guess dirt and crap got into the little hole that you put the microphone in. So now the microphone won't go all the way down, or the headphones won't go all the way down. So I actually have to jam the headphone in, pull the cord down behind the phone, and then put a few pieces of tape on it to keep it holding the headphones down long enough so that I could actually hear what's coming out of the headphones. It's a pain in the butt. So.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where I was going with that. I had a point to that story, but it's just I decided to tell it to you guys anyway.
Became pointless?
Yeah, it became pointless. Yeah, Avery's like, yep. All right, Lorenzo says the suffragettes also banned alcohol, leading to the rise of organized crime during Prohibition. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you, gals. The SJWs have hijacked the left, and one of Mike's kids yelled, "No," as he burnt the copy. Well, I took the video of him burning it and added it to the reveal and put it up as a video on my channel. You guys should go check it out. It's kind of funny.
Not really.
I thought it was funny.
Which one are you talking is the reveal? When he said he was sorry, or
no. When he was on Ethan's live stream and he asked him about whether or not he was going to bring something to the for the whatchamacallit, to the auction on Friday, and he pulled it out. Says, "Mean something like this?" And actually, Avery, that video that I made has 85 views already. So yeah, that's my most popular video in the last week and a half.
And it's not your content.
I know. But I gave him credit. I gave him credit. Hey, Rick, Lorenzo says hi. Or actually says hey. He says hey. I'm sorry. He said hey, not hi.
Hey, hi, hello.
Yeah, if anybody's out there, if you guys get a second, do a thumbs up if you haven't already. I don't think it's going to help, but whatever.
I did. I went and shared it out on Twitter.
Aw, that's so nice of you. Look at Rick being a good guy. Ugh. Oh, Avery,
yeah,
look what
I hate the fact that... Oh, Justice League, Legion of Doom. That's pretty good, too.
Look what else I got, Avery. Actually, I think you were there when I bought this. The Lego DC superheroes. Yeah,
I was with you when you bought that cancer.
It has a Trickster minifigure that we're going to add to our set. That's the whole reason why I bought it. I spent $7.99 on this just so I can get that Lego figure.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No. Well, yeah, I mean, you get a movie and the figure. I mean, come on, it's got to be. But see, I think my friend Jason had already given me the code for this movie. So I'll have an extra code if anybody's interested. Let me know. Reach out. Let me say hi, and I'll give you a code for free if anybody out there is interested in it. I don't think anybody is.
Lego Legion of Doom.
That's right.
Andrew, you said the young man you were speaking of earlier, that's your sister's kid? Or
yes, it's my nephew Blake.
You said so your sisters or sister?
My sister-in-law, yes. My wife's sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, Dude, did you have a brother that passed away? Or... No, that makes sense.
No. My sister, her son passed away when he was 12 from cancer. So nobody make fun of cancer and kids dying because sore subject, but you know. Yeah. So what you drawing, Rick?
One of the kids at my church, he made up this hero here on, I guess, Sunday, or maybe just before Sunday, and I drew it up somewhat better for him, but I told him I'd take it home and draw it up real better, so that's what I'm doing right now.
That's awesome. Rick, we need to get you some Bristol board paper, man.
You talking,
oh, okay.
This sort of stuff?
No, I was talking like this. Hold on a second.
That's stuff I have. I love that stuff.
I'm talking like the Canson Bristol board. This stuff.
Yeah, I can probably get it. It's just I buy that. I buy this thing, which let's see, because I got one with actual tag on it, which says everything about it.
Well, I prefer this to the what's the other brand that's out there? Avery, I'm blanking. Strathmore, yes. I prefer the Canson to Strathmore, and I'll tell you why. The recycled Canson. When you go to a convention and you're in the convention hall and they've got those fluorescent lights all over the place, the paper looks white. But the other brand, Strathmore, their paper looks yellow. I mean, it really does look yellowed underneath that light. And it's really hard to sell sketches that looks like it's been drawn on yellow paper, especially when you do, because we'll use white acrylic and we'll use white out pen to add highlights and stuff like that. It looks horrible on Strathmore paper underneath the fluorescent lights of a convention. I've always found that the Canson paper looks so much better. And you can't.
Yeah, I get these sketchbooks for $3 at our discount store. Hey, and 80 sheets in it. So
yeah, okay. Well, I was just gonna say if you're gonna do a sketch to give to somebody, you should use the good paper. You should use the Bristol board. So,
and that's 9x12. That's good enough to do for him, and doing it up better for him. That it looks real good.
Yeah.
And I did it, and now I did it that day with pathetic paper. This is usually what I've been doing my drawings on my line thing on it, and then this again. I get a dollar store for $4 for 30 sheets.
Gotcha.
Although this stuff, I probably won't. After I run out of it, the dollar store's not selling it anymore. The discount store. So
do you have like a Michael's or a Hobby Lobby near you or anything like that?
A Michael's, yes, and I've got there's this place called Curry's. They're really good.
Oh, okay.
They're strictly art. Pretty much, they're more even specific than Michael's for stuff. It's where I got my my Copics.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we have a place down here called Ready Arts. Is one of those places that carries the stuff more than Michael's does. So,
yeah, this is a minor Canadian brand name, Curry's. You can actually go online and probably find them.
Oh, okay.
They've got like 20 stores all over Canada.
Well, if it's Canadian, we don't want to look for it. No, we're not interested. I don't think you have a choice, do you? All right. Hey, do you guys like the DC TV shows?
For the most part, sure. I don't like Supergirl.
Yeah. I like Flash for sure. Arrow.
Well, I just picked up. I just picked up the 3rd season of Supergirl, the 4th season of Gotham, and the 3rd season of DC Legends of Tomorrow in Blu-ray digital copy for $9.99 each.
I think Supergirl makes
for $10 a piece. And they also have the Flash, the most recent season of the Flash, and Arrow for $9.99 each. So
Supergirl is like the number one on SJW propaganda on any list. By the way.
Are you kidding me? I haven't watched it since season 1. So
it's been that way the whole time.
Well, season 1 wasn't bad. I enjoyed season 1.
Yeah, season 1 wasn't too bad, but it slowly started getting worse.
Really?
The other one that I thought was going to get pretty bad was Black Lightning, but the last episode of it just sort of redeemed it.
Yeah,
I forgot all about Black Lightning.
Black Lightning would get pretty cool. Epic.
So those would be about $15 or less a Canadian. Wonder how much they would be cost to ship here.
I have no idea. No idea.
Like, would it be cheaper? Well, if you shipped them all at once, a bunch of them.
Well, I have like whatever the premier Best Buy rewards is, so I'd get free shipping. I don't know if they do that to Canada or not, but
probably not. But no. Oh, what, you ordered them online?
No, I bought these in the store, but if I ordered them online, I'd get free shipping. So I also have a Best Buy credit card. And, you use that, and they give you free stuff too. So.
No, the only reason I was thinking about it, get you to get it down there. Would pay you for it.
Oh, okay.
And then ship it up to me because they want like $30 or $40 a piece for those seasons.
Right. What are you looking for?
Pretty much everything except for Arrow season 1.
Oh, well, it's just the most recent ones that are on sale. So what's really funny is they were on sale last week for $14.99, and I thought about it going, I have all the previous seasons. I just don't have the current ones because I usually wait for Black Friday to pick up stuff like that, and they didn't have a good deal on the Blu-rays at all. And nope, they got a good price, and I'm willing to buy them at a good price. So Avery would say no price is too good. No price at all.
Well, I don't like those shows.
No. I have yet to see the entire first season of Flash. I've only seen the first couple episodes. I enjoyed the hell out of Supergirl season 1, mainly because, like Lorenzo said here, the actress who plays Supergirl is a cutie. The acting on the show is excellent as well, but the themes, they got more and more woke during and after the election. He's talking about he hasn't seen how these shows have progressed, but he's like, I think they're good, even though he hasn't seen them. I didn't say I think they're good. I said I enjoyed the first season.
So you keep buying them, but you haven't watched it, so you keep buying these seasons. You don't know the train wreck you're paying for.
That's because I have a collector mentality. I've got to have them.
Yeah.
Well, at least he's buying them cheap.
Yeah, at least I'm buying them cheap. That's right.
On topic, what I mentioned in Zach's video, I'm like, dude, why do you keep buying these train wrecks? I've dubbed a new term, by the way. I call it comic book rednecking. I mean, comic book rubbernecking. Rubbernecking for short. Basically, it's slowing down the process of Marvel's destruction by we keep rubbernecking and buying these books thinking, I don't know what they're thinking. Well, you just comic girl Ava stopped buying them. She's like, we're buying them. Her and her husband says, I just realized we're buying them just to poke fun at them. So it's rubbernecking,
Avery and I have stopped buying new comics altogether. We've been looking in 50-cent bins and finding some incredible books. I have to show you guys. I was going to make a video. I just
buy bargain books, 50-cent books, and back issues. I don't buy the new books to make fun of them. Right. I've thought about buying them sometimes.
To burn them.
To do like really cringy, like fight cringe with cringe.
Right.
And just like I wouldn't even actually review it. I would just look at it and go, what do I think of the new blah blah blah? And then I would throw it in my fire pit and go, I love it. Because implying that I bought it for kindling.
This is two of the 3 books I bought in the 50-cent bin. These are the Fantastic Four annuals. I bought 17, 18, and 19. 17 is John Byrne. 19 is John Byrne. 18 is Mark Bright, who you guys, if you may remember the name from the Green Lantern series, Emerald Dawn.
So beautiful.
It's awesome. This is great stuff, especially with the scrolls and everything. But I never picked these up when I was a kid because at this age, I was only into G.I. Joe and Transformers. But these are great comics. Yeah. And the one that's not here, it's in the bathroom right now. It's in the book. It's in the drawer in the bathroom because that's where I was reading it. But it was the one about if you guys are familiar with Fantastic Four, one of their very early issues, like issue number 2, is where it introduced the Skrulls, and Mr. Fantastic tricked the Skrulls. There were 3 of them that were left on Earth after he scared away the mothership by showing them a picture from a comic book and telling them this is what the people of Earth are really like, and it was monsters, and they got scared and they left. So the 3 Skrulls that were left on Earth, he said, you're allowed to stay here, you're allowed to live here, but we're going to turn you into we want you to change into something that nobody will suspect. So he made them change into cows, and then supposedly he hypnotized them so that they stayed cows. And the annual, number 17, starts out with this girl, this rock singer girl traveling through the Midwest or wherever, and her car breaks down and she gets stuck in this Hobunk town, and all the people are acting weird, and it's really building all this suspense. And then you're like halfway through the book before the Fantastic Four even show up, but turns out she was friends with Johnny Storm, and she knew him from somebody else, and she got in touch with him, and they came out to investigate. And by the time they get out there, because of where the town is, Reed Richards already figured out what the problem is, already knows what happened. It all has to do with the cows.
I know what happened. I never read the book. Those cows got put up for food.
No, actually,
people eat
actually, people drank their milk, and because the milk wasn't really milk, it was actually scrolls. It was scroll DNA. It made the people be able to transform and become partially scroll monsters. And it's really weird, but he said it. John Byrne set it up as a really like creepy type of setup, and the issue was really interesting. But I'm looking forward to reading these 2. This one says, "At long last, the wedding of Black Bolt and Medusa," and then this one is guest stars the Avengers, the war to end all scrolls. That's so funny that all 3 of these had scrolls in them. The annuals, weird. 94 and 95, man. Those were the times. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm spending my money on this crap and not the new stuff that's coming out. I'm not buying Captain Marvel. Screw that crap.
Well, I was almost correct. I knew it had something to do with the cows and the milk. Well, and their DNA. Getting into the human somehow.
Lorenzo says another problem with Supergirl is far from making her a Mary Sue. The opposite is the case. She's so weak and inexperienced compared to Superman that she needs the entire team of non-heroes to help her. But he did say, I must admit, though, it was fun seeing Supergirl team up with her cousin, Superman, in Season 2. See, I haven't even seen that. I own Season 2. I've just never gotten around to watching it, so...
Yeah.
But one of the things I think is interesting is the Arrowverse, the Supergirl, the Legends of DC, and the Flash all have all 4 episodes from their big crossover on each of them. So it's not just when you buy this season, you don't have to watch just the Supergirl episode. You see all 4 episodes, and they're available on all of them. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah. This year they didn't in the big crossover. They didn't include Legends.
Oh, they didn't?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought it said that, hold on a second.
With Batgirl, it did. That's for last year. I'm talking this year, which hasn't come out on DVD.
Oh, okay. Well, it says all 4 epic DC superhero crossover episodes with Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, and The Flash.
Yeah, that was last year.
That was last year. Okay.
Because they're in Season 4 now of Supergirl.
Well, I still haven't seen Season 2 yet, so I'm still far. But even though I own it, I still haven't watched it. I have too many animated movies to go back and watch again. So.
That's what that crossover is when they go to the Soviet Earth.
The Nazi version.
Yeah. where it's basically Superman was Overman, from Supergirl's Overgirl.
Kodiak, are you our Cecil? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
I'm Cecil.
I'm Mike Miller. You're Cecil. Who's Rick?
Ethan or Mike?
No, I'm Mike. Avery wants to be Ethan.
I didn't say that.
No, Avery is John Malin. John.
Yes, he is definitely a John Malin.
That'd be more Avery.
Yes, exactly.
Spray on this mask. I gotta go.
That's hilarious.
Oh, okay, you can be Mike. You got the smaller channel. I've got the slightly bigger channel, so I'll be Ethan.
Yeah. I asked Avery one time. I know you guys watch The Walking Dead. Do any of you watch The Walking Dead?
Yeah, I watched it till last season. I got about halfway through, and
okay, so you're
familiar, shortly after Carl.
So you're familiar with some of with most of the characters from the original seasons, right?
Yeah.
I one time asked Avery. I said, "Hey, I mean, I couldn't be your Rick. You can be my Daryl." And he says, "No, you'd be my Otis." And I was like, "Damn!" If you guys remember Otis was the fat guy that they.
He was fodder.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So that's how much Avery loves me. I'd be his Otis.
Yes.
And you know what? To be honest, I'm kind of okay with that because at least I got to hang with him for a little bit.
That's anyone around me. In zombie apocalypse, you're all expendable.
Hey, I'm always the Rick because I'm Rick.
Oh, Rick. I'm not sure if your Canadian sensibility would allow you to survive very long, especially if the apocalypse happened. I mean, Canada's pretty much gone.
Zombie apocalypse. I got plenty of places to go around here and fortify.
Well, I tell you what, Avery and I have talked about it. You should check out pet stores. They got a lot of food in there, even though it says not for human consumption. They got a lot of food in there. I'm not saying that's where I would go.
Where would you go?
To a pet store.
I didn't hear you. I'm saying.
Oh, I said
you roboted out.
Oh, I said I'd go to a pet store.
I didn't. Oh.
Someplace where they had lots and lots of dog food. Not that I'd be interested in eating dog food, but nobody else is going to go get dog food.
Better than nothing, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'd go take over a mall.
Yeah, see, I don't think one person could take over a mall, Rick. All right, here's another impulse buy. Actually, no, this wasn't an impulse buy. I bought this from my wife. This is Star Trek Discovery Season 1. Discovery Season 1.
I bought it. You're roboting a lot, man.
I am. Obviously, it means it's time to.
Man, I'm not sure.
I hear you.
Not sure whether it's mine.
I hear you just fine, Andrew. You're coming through just fine. It's him.
All right, it's on Rick's side. Sorry, Rick. It's on your side.
Might be my end. I'm gonna go out and come back in.
Okay.
See whether that helps.
Okay. Well, I bought this for my wife. I'm sorry. That's my excuse. I bought this for my wife, but they put it out in a steel book, so of course I got to get it. I still haven't watched it yet, and I've heard it's kind of first season was okay, and the second season, or no, later in this season is when it went bad or went downhill.
What?
Star Trek Discovery.
Oh, all Star Trek's trash.
Oh. Lorenzo says Rick's using the Canadian internet.
It's that socialist internet. It's that.
Yeah. He says, I hear there's a trans character on Supergirl now. I wouldn't mind if they weren't part of the woke agenda. I don't care about that. Yeah, that's. It's the ham-fisted being, like making it a point that. Yeah. That's the reason they're there. It's like that's dumb. We lost Kodiak, huh?
Oh no.
Okay, I'm
Well,
back.
Lorenzo, my wife doesn't care about any of that SJW. She, if it's entertaining to her, she likes it. And she watched parts of the season because, of course, we don't have the whatever it is, the CBS, NBC, whatever, CBS, whatever. So she saw some of it and she liked it. So I bought it for her so that she could watch the whole thing.
So that's Star Trek Discovery.
Yep. I haven't sat through one episode yet, but I'll get around to it eventually. Right after I watch Doctor.
Orville's better.
So I've been told. She watches that too. So
Yeah.
I know.
I don't. She might have seen an episode or two. I think she'll watch it and discover it's not really Star Trek. It doesn't seem all that Star Trek-ish.
Well, my wife has really
I'm
weird
not
taste.
sure how much she cares about. I'm not sure how much she'll care about continuity or whatever.
Well, she started watching some of these Asian shows on Netflix, ones that you have to watch with subtitles on because, of course, it's in Asian or whatever, or Indian, or she watches a whole crap load of stuff.
Soap operas on there.
Oh yes, she was watching one. It was set in like feudal Japan, and it was like 130 some odd episodes in a season, and there was like 5 seasons, and she watched them all. And I'm like, damn! It took her a while, but she watched them all, and I'm like, I said, did you pick up any of the language? And she said, no, not really. But oh well. Oh well, guys. I appreciate you all coming out. I know this was late and last minute, but sometimes family comes first. And I was really hoping to beat some 10-year-old butt, and it didn't happen. He actually behaved himself most of the visit. I actually wore my red shirt, and I said, "You know why I'm wearing my red shirt?" He said, "Why?" So when I wipe the blood off, you can't see it. And he had to think about it for a minute or two before he realized what I was saying. And it's like, give me an excuse, buddy. Give me an excuse. But oh well. I'm hoping he straightens up, flies right, and doesn't have to spend a whole week at my house during spring break. But if it happens, it happens, and I'll bring him on, and we'll pick on him and beat on him, and all that good stuff. The things you should do with 10-year-olds. Beat their butts.
Yep.
All right. So, hey, what are you doing Friday night, Rick?
I don't got anything planned at the moment. What's your idea for this week for the show?
I still want to go with monsters, unless you guys can think of something else that you want to do.
Yeah, I can even do monsters with my universe.
Lorenzo
I just drew my quote-unquote Wolfman, but he's more a wolf boy. Grew up, with all the extra hair all over his body.
Well, I was thinking something more like, Cthulhu, monsters. But hey, you can do whatever you want.
What type of monster?
Cthulhu, the ones, the tentacle monsters, the octopus-looking guys,
That, yeah. Okay.
Lorenzo says, "Is Misfit Comics threatening children to fight?" Absolutely. No, the kid just needs a good swift kick in the butt every now and then.
Well, that was
Kodiak's back.
Yeah, now we got to end the show because now he's back.
Yep.
But all I did was talk to the kid and let him know that he's got more than one set of eyes watching him now. And
what kid is this?
My nephew.
Yeah.
He's starting to be a little terror to my sister-in-law, and I had to remind him that
he needs something to look forward to. I mean,
forward. He needs a physical activity, and
I'm here all the time. I'm a stay-at-home dad. Trust me. The fear of discipline isn't what gets to these guys. The knowledge of some payoff is really what gets to these guys.
Well,
you don't got it hard enough then.
Yeah, well, they've got it.
Hey, I feared.
No, they fear the hammer.
Yeah, see, you got to beat them harder.
Hey, Vale Ned. He says, "Hail Raven."
That was a total. When I
Right.
plugged up everything, I plugged it up to the light that has for some reason they hooked it up to the wall socket. So when you turn the switch, it turns that whole.
You don't want to do that with your computer.
Yeah.
Because somebody walks in the room, flips the switch. Yeah, that ends up being a really bad
like
day.
I just did. It just said everything went black, and I was like, "What did I touch?"
Yep. No, I've been there. I've been there, done that. So, yeah, I was.
Now, see, if I was going to offer, but he's in Callahan, are they planning to move to this closer to you, or
Nope, not anytime soon. Nope,
Wow.
nope.
See, that just makes it nearly impossible.
Yeah, they're kind of out in the boonies, but
Because
he now knows that I'll go out there. I'll drive out there if I have to.
yeah.
So,
to beat them.
well,
The
freaking
crowbar.
A. I should just let his sisters do it. They gladly would do it, you know? So
Now that kid needs some guy time
Well,
getting into guy stuff.
I told his sister, I said, if he hits you, you can hit him back. And she goes, okay. And I said, and when you do it in his face. She goes, I don't want to do that. I might bloody his lip. And I said, which would be worse? Having to go to school and explaining to your friends I got a bloody lip because my sister beat me up? That's exactly what you do. I said, you pop him right in the face.
At first, I didn't approve. Now I do. That's
I'm
clever. My sister beat me up.
Yeah, well, you want that because I said pop him right in the eye. Give him a black eye. Let him go to school and explain that one.
I keep telling you, though. I keep telling you his problem. He doesn't need discipline. He needs somebody to go out there and shoot the shit with him. That's a guy that has balls. That's like, oh, dude, you did that thing. That's amazing. That thing that any mother would get onto you, but a dad would be like, that's awesome, dude. That's what he needs. He needs some testosterone. He doesn't need to like.
Okay. Let me just tell you something. There's more to this story than I've revealed because, it's a personal matter and family matter and all. That is not what he needs. He needs a good swift kick in the ass.
Yeah.
And trust me, it's happening.
Papa, let him hang with Papa Bear for a week. I would have that kid wanting to act straight, like wanting to help people.
Well, guys, we're going to wrap it up tonight, but we will be back on Friday, and I will be on time Friday, 7:30. And I'll send an invite out to everybody if you guys want to come in and draw. We're going to do monsters. So whatever cool. Monsters translates into your mind, into your art style, that's what we're going to do. If you want to draw pictures of your kids, that works, okay? All right, everybody.
I found somebody new here. Tuscan EX.
Yeah. He's been here before. Hey, man, appreciate you coming by. All right, everybody, I'm wrapping up. Thanks a lot. Talk to you soon.